All right, it's time for another test. Hey, it's me, Jeff, the SP Spaz, and it's been a while since I recorded a video while I'm driving, so we're testing it out again. I think only once previously did I do it. Start out with me trying to get out of the parking lot at work, which is the first obstacle course that I endure. Um, I've got so many things on my mind I could talk about right now. Um, but I decided that some things are going to get me like too riled up or whatever, so I'm going to skip those for now because I don't want that to happen when I'm driving on my way home. I want, because I'm already going to have to deal with whatever traffic is going to come my way. So that's bad enough without and really, my trip home is not a long one, so it could be much worse. And I can already tell I'm probably going to have too much sun glare when I'm going certain directions on this journey. So I apologize already for that. But anyway, I've wasted all this time talking about nothing so far. But what I'd like to do is actually talk about the concept of cheating. I think the sun hit the right as I was trying to do the air quotes thing. But anyway, uh, hopefully you're not just getting nothing but a blast of the sun on the camera. Obviously, I can't look at the screen when I'm very long when I'm driving, so I can't tell for sure. But right as I turned to do that, so it looked like it was just the sun blasting. Anyway, the concept of cheating on a diet, because this is one of those things where I feel like so many people have such an odd view of this, or maybe not odd's the right word. I just have a very different philosophy about so-called cheat meals or things like that. And this came up again. Somebody I respect and have enjoyed and gotten a lot of help from, Thomas DeLauer, had a part of his video where he was talking about so-called cheat meals and how to do them and stuff. And there was a number of people in the Thomas DeLauer Challenge Facebook group that were talking about. They would post these things about, oh, I was doing so well on the diet, and then I fell off the wagon and I ate a whole cake or something. That these. And I want to be real clear. If nothing else, I want to get across that I never believe myself to be superior to anyone. I don't view people that way. I'm just a traveler on the road of life like everybody else. And so if there's things I say wherever it comes off like, oh, I'm trying to say I'm better than everybody or stronger or whatever, that is definitely not the case. I'm always my self-esteem and my weaknesses are right below the surface at all times. And that kind of leads me to another thing that I could talk about and thought about making this video about, but I'm going to do it later. Like the concept of are you a different person when you have a body transformation, when you have a physical transformation, losing a bunch of weight or whatever it is somebody does, whether it's bodybuilding or whatever. Anyway, try to make this faster. When I was doing the steak and eggs diet, because let's just make it simple, it'd be like when I decided to get serious in November 2017 about losing weight, getting in better shape, and I did the steak and eggs diet. The protocol that I was doing was 4 days of steak, eggs, and butter, as close to that as I could do, 2 meals a day for 4 days, and then on the 5th day, eat whatever I wanted that day. Sometimes I sort of had an idea ahead of time what I was going to have on that day, and other times I was just, when that day hit, just whatever I felt like eating, whatever I was craving or whatever, whatever you want to call it. That day was not a cheat day. I was not cheating by eating whatever I ate that day, even if it was donuts and cake and pie and whatever. As I've said in previous videos, as time went on, I ate less and less of that kind of stuff on that eat whatever day. But even if that was what I had, that was not cheating, because it was part of the way of eating. It was part of the protocol I was following. It was built into it from the start. 4 days steak and eggs, 1 day eat whatever. That was what I was doing. So if I were to call it cheating, that would imply that there was something wrong with it. There was like that I was doing something naughty or against policy or whatever you want to call it. I guess maybe this is one of those things that non-artisan types feel like they want to classify things that way because they run off these sort of guilt motivated things. Since I don't do that, I don't relate to that. It doesn't make me feel good to call something a cheat. If I cheat, then I cheat. That's a different thing. I have cheated in my life. There's been times where I'm playing a board game, somebody has to get up from the table to go to the bathroom, and I look at their cards or whatever the thing is. I've done that. That's cheating. I've done that before. That's not what this is. So that's what I wanted to get straight right off the bat. I wanted to give an easy example because it's one where you can follow a pretty simple protocol and figure out the deal. So what would be cheating? I know that's probably what some of you are saying. Why is it so difficult to park for people? I do not understand. The parking has become a lost art. Yes, I'm already home in my apartment building. That's how fast my commute is. So now the trick is, can I position this in a way where you can actually see me when the sun is not killing the picture? Maybe. I can't really tell for sure looking at here how it is. But anyway, I can take the seatbelt off now that I'm parked. And take a big swig of water. So I'm not going to make this super long, even though there's plenty of things I could say about it. But the only way I would have cheated in that situation, that's why I'm trying to keep it to that so that it's simple, is if I had, on one of those days where steak and eggs was the protocol, had eaten something else. If I had donuts or Snickers bar or whatever on one of those days, then I guess you could legitimately call that cheating. Even though it's kind of weird to call that, it would just be something off the plan, But in the entire time I was doing that diet, which was several months, other than just a few bites of something, I did that once. And again, this is not to flex. This is not me saying, oh, I'm better than these people who have this problem of not being able to stick to the diet or whatever. But what I'm actually saying the opposite, that in general I'm very weak-willed in a lot of ways. I'm not some tough guy that that everything comes easy for me, or that I just go, yo, dude, you just push through it, man. Just no pain, no gain. I'm not that guy. I'm very easy to hurt and very easy to knock off of my confidence post, whatever you want to call it. So I guess my feeling is that I do relate to the sense of feeling like if you're restricting yourself, that you want to bust out of that and have freedom to, eat whatever you want to eat. I don't relate to the cheating, falling off the wagon thing, because to me, the whole reason I did the steak and eggs diet was because it was something I could do, because it was food that I enjoyed eating. And this thing is telling me the recording will be stopped automatically in like 20 seconds. So I guess I'm going to have to end this and come back to it. That's really annoying. Anyway, talk to you again later, I guess. Sorry. Bye. Stop giving me messages and maybe I can stop. Good grief.